The ninth we look at here, we've got Cape Breton, a newcomer, was trained by Chris Waller under the same name. Won over the 1250 at Canterbury, 1400 Rose Hill and Kensington. Rev Parisian raced wide last time. Solar wins last two at Happy Valley. Superb Capitalist carries £3 less than that slashing debut win. Beauty Eternal a wider draw. Ariel, he goes from the 1000 to the 1200. Golden Artie won over the 1200 at Doomben. He's had one start here. Highly Proactive has placed a 2 from 4 second up. So that is a look at race number 9. Now the speed map here. The two horses that we focus on here, Tom, Superb Capitalist goes straight to the front again, and Beauty Eternal might not be too far away. Yeah, he shouldn't be too far away this time round. You'd think maybe a little bit better than midfield here, a Beauty Eternal, possibly up at the pointy end here, because he'll want to have Superb Capitalist in his sights, who jogged up last time, Paul, and with the claim he's only got, £3 extra to carry. Yeah, exactly. A lot of it, I think, depends on what Highly Proactive does as well, because if he wants to go forward, I think Beauty Eternal can probably slot it right in behind Highly Proactive. So I think those two, it's possible they could be the other way around, but Superb Capitalist, whatever happens, I think will lead. All right, we're going to focus on Beauty Eternal first of all. Zach Person, no room for him late in the straight last time. We'll see what he made of that run, where the favourite was a short price defeat.
Zach, Beauty Eternal, one of your rides this weekend. It's building up to be a really good clash with Superb Capitalist, but more on your mount, of course. In what he's done so far, he's not done a great deal wrong, though terribly unlucky last time. Yeah, he's been impressive in both his runs. Obviously, he travelled wide at his first run and did a good job, and last start things didn't go his way, but I think he showed us again that he's a talented horse, and he showed us that he's quite brave as well. He didn't shirk the task when there was a tight run there for him to take, so that was pleasing, and it's going to hold him in good stead going forward. I mean, just on last time, of course, I mean, I guess that's racing, isn't it? Things sometimes obviously don't go as planned, and I imagine you probably get off the horse and think, well, what might have been, but with a guy like this, he's clearly very progressive, so going again is obviously, the next step. Yeah, like you said, that's racing. Sometimes it goes your way and sometimes it doesn't, and it doesn't help when other jockeys are out there making it difficult for you as well. Instead of trying to win the race themselves, they're more concerned about what I'm doing. So, that adds an extra element to it. But in this race, when you've got two good chances in the race, obviously one is going to be leading. They're going to have their eyes on both of us. And I think Superb Capitalist showed that he likes to roll along. He's got good speed, so it might open the field up a little bit more for us. The one thing my bloke hasn't done for us yet is begun well and put himself in a spot. He always finds himself struggling to get his rhythm early and get going, so that's something that he needs to improve on. But also in time, I think he's going to want further as well. I think he's just running at a distance that is a little bit sharp for him. So it probably plays into the hands of Superb Capitalist, being an on-pace runner up there out of luck, with the rail position where it's going to be, and we're going to have to do everything to try and chase him. So it's going to be a good race. Hopefully we can both have even luck, and we'll see where we come up. Luck the word, Tom. We're going to go back and look at the replay again now of Beauty Eternal. Last time we saw it during the interview. We maybe need a little graphic on the screen that sort of contains horror themes, this. Yeah, it was not pretty watching it all for punters who had taken Beauty Eternal. They're probably lucky to stay on his feet just before the 400 metres, and it's probably debatable whether there was a gap there or not for him, and in the end he's only been narrowly defeated here, Paul. It was some win, and of course good buddies come out of the race, and one, it's been a good form race, I think, this one going forward. Yeah, no, definitely, and he just had no luck whatsoever. Dead end there, dead end, and once he managed to get his head through, he would have won the race with a clear run. I think that's what we can say with that one. He's the head on of it, Paul. You'll see the run's not quite there on the inside. Actually dipped quite badly at the top of the straight, and maybe half lucky to start his feet, but he was in front of the other horses a couple of strides past the post. He was going that well. Yeah, Zach's made the point there that the horse is brave, and the horse picked itself up after having that little stumble as well, and he still managed to go through the gaps, or he wanted to go through the gaps. The gap just never appeared, and you can see him just really putting his head through, and just appeared too late. Yep, certainly did, and there was a lot to like about the run. Probably should have won by 2 or 3 lengths.
Off to the Kensington track at Randwick in Australia. Tom, this is Cape Breton. He won over the 1400 metres there.
I think Chris Waller had a decent opinion of this horse. He's unplaced in one run over 1600 metres prior to arriving. So here they kick him off over 1200 metres. Obviously have a desire to get him towards the 4-year-old series. He was fourth in a stakes race, Paul, at Eagle Farm, and then was fifth in the Queensland Guineas. Yeah,
look, he's had the 2 trials. He's 1170 pounds. So I just wonder if this is a stepping stone, a starting point for him over the 1200 metres.
Both the trials up at Chung Fei, you can see him at the back here. He was pushed out a little bit in that last trial, I thought. So just happy to watch him go round here. He's coming off a rating here of 72 and has 130 pounds to carry. So we'll see what he can do first up. But they did have a reasonable opinion of him, I think, in Australia.
WizKid's the winner of that trial. His other trial, he ran 6th behind Jumbo Fortune, was midfield and faded late to finish last of the 6, beaten about 3.5 lengths. We've got more Sha Tin action here, Paul. This is Speedy Mouse running 4th. He's only had the 1 start this season.
Yeah, so he'll strip fit after this run as well. And look, he finished off this race quite nicely, I thought, as well. So stepping up to 1200 metres looks ideal for him. We know he is quite a speedy horse as well. So, look, I'll include him on the monoline.
Yeah, I thought this was a pretty good performance from him because he was first up since the 16th of January here, and you can see he's still running through the line to the end. He was 4th place there and he just missed out on 3rd, so I thought it was a pretty good effort from him.
He's not a horse that strikes you as a 1,000-metre horse either, Speedy Mouse. He's up to 1,200 metres. This is Superb Capitalist Tom. His debut was stunning.
Yeah, outstanding. Yeah, this horse here, race number 159, was in front, cruise control really for Angus Chung. Didn't have to really move a muscle aboard the 3-year-old by Capitalist, who are proving to be quite popular here in Hong Kong, and now plenty of them were sold at the recent sales and bought by Hong Kong buyers. And look, he was too strong for them here, Paul. The rest just chased, and that's all they could do.
Yeah, it was you wouldn't ask anything more from a debut run. The sectionals were quick. You can see that here as well, and he finished off the race so well, and he won on his ear.
You can see those sectionals there, 22.84, the 600 there, first 600, 34.4, and then home in 33.9, and that was out without being asked to do too much. He could be going right to the top, this horse.
He was eased right down, wasn't he, in 33.96 for that last 600, 11.88 his last furlong. Rev Parisian Tom, he races wide in this race, so he fades. Pulsar Strider runs on well at his Hong Kong debut. In this, he runs 5th.
Yeah, he was back and wide. It actually stayed on quite well in the end for Jerry Chow. He had barrier number 14 this time round too, a son of Fox Wedge. This was the race that was won by Phoenix Lights. So we'll see if he can replicate this run first up, Paul, with a decent barrier draw this time round.
Yeah, he's got barrier number 6 as well, and he did finish off the race really nicely. Rev Parisian was a complete forgive here because he was wide all the way, and I think he can get himself into a nice position because he's got a bit of speed.
Star Ascension 7th in that replay as well. It's a race in 2 everyone's talking about. Which way you go?
I'm going to go Superb Capitalist. I think he'll be in front, out of trouble. I think that's the key. Beauty Eternal, look, he's drawn 10. If he is slightly slow away, that's going to be the issue. Rev Parisian, Speedy Mouse. 5-7-3-2.
There's 12 in the field, but it looks like it's a race in 2, this one, between Superb Capitalist and Beauty Eternal. That's the way I've gone. Speedy Mouse, I think, will definitely improve up to 1,200 metres, and Solar Winds goes in from a wide draw. 5-7-2 and 4.